Hey, good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning. Uh, it's me, Sam C. Bobby D is here. She will be here very, very shortly. We apologize for the delay, but there are some things going on here this morning, which we will explain to you guys momentarily. But thank you so much for tuning in today. It is Saturday. It is November the 9th, 2024. And again, it's the CCI radio show sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. And you can follow Vibrant Souls on Instagram and you can email Vibrant Souls at vibrantsouls@gmail.com. So good morning to all of you. Good morning to Zelma. Good morning to Danetta. We're happy you guys are here today. And if this is your first time, welcome aboard. Your favorite weekend duo is here. Like I said, the other half of the duo will be here momentarily. But we're going to go ahead and get this show started today. The CCI radio show, sponsored by Vibrant Souls Health and Wellness. We are globally connected and connecting the world. The show begins in just a matter of seconds. So stay tuned. So again, welcome to the show. We were happy to have you here. And if this, like I said, is your first time, welcome aboard. If you don't know who we are, shame on you. So again, it is a wonderful Saturday here in the Steel City. It is currently like 50 degrees and the sun is shining. It's blue skies everywhere. Here in the Steel City, we have a great college football game tonight. University of Pittsburgh going against University of Virginia down at our hometown stadium of Acrisure Stadium, 8 p.m. Eastern. So if you guys are going down to the game, have fun. It is definitely going to be a great game tonight. And then this is, hey, Sam, that drink wore me out. Glad I'm here this morning. Yeah, I had to tease you a little bit on that last night. And that I was just like, what you drinking? I figured you might have been drinking Kool-Aid. I mean, it could have been Pepsi, could have been Sprite, could have been pink lemonade, something like that, right? But anyway, we do have a lot of things to talk about. But I do want to mention the 2024 edition for fall. Pandemic Press Media Magazine is here, and it features the lovely Loretta D. Gonzalez. So if you have not purchased your copy, make sure you go ahead and get your copy right now at lulu.com. And it is a very, very great copy. It's a very great edition, a very great interview. So we're happy to have Miss Loretta on the cover of the magazine, and hopefully we'll maybe be able to snag an interview with her at some point. You never know. But I can tell you she is very excited to be on the cover of the magazine and gracing the inside of it for the interview. So it was a very nice interview as far as that. Some other things we got going on. We do have a YouTube contest that's going on, and the slogan right now is "Let's get the 150." Now, someone explained to me this. Now, I was checking the stats, and within the past 2, maybe 3 days, we lost a subscriber. I know, right? I couldn't believe it either. And we were on our way to 150. We lost a subscriber somewhere along the way. And now that takes us a little bit backwards as far as that. So that's not good. So whoever dropped off, shame on you. You're affecting the contest that we're running. But anyway, basically, again, tell your family, tell your friends as far as subscribing to our channel. It's a really fun show we do here every Saturday. At least we try to make it fun. We try to make it interesting. We try to have some interesting topics. We try to have quite a few laughs. So, but for those of you who tune in time after time, we are so happy to have you guys here with us as being part of our CCI radio show family, because when you are here, you are family. And I see Danetta is laughing. Danetta says, better not be my people. I told them, laugh out loud. Hey, the thing with that is, I'm not sure. I can't quite get a grasp of who may have dropped off. It might not be anybody you asked at all, but I did happen to notice that they were, somebody had dropped off. So that I will tell you. We are on our way to our show's 13th anniversary. So our show's 13th anniversary for the CCI radio show. Remember, we started off on the audio side for many years, and then a few years ago, we decided to dip and dab into the YouTube side with the help of Bobby D, because if it wasn't for Bobby D, or if I would have listened to Bobby D a few years prior, then we would have been on here too. But I was naive and negligent and fighting along the way, and I just finally broke down and told her yes. So now can't stop myself. So she, I guess she created a monster as far as this. So we are very happy and blessed. Our show will be reaching its 13th anniversary on New Year's Day, 2025. So we couldn't be even more prouder of that. So thank you for all of your love, your support, all of your continued support. And those of you who tune in time after time, we just appreciate you. I know that we haven't been on this past week too much. The last time that we were on our YouTube channel this week was actually back on Tuesday, when Bobby D did Tuesday Talks. Well, I'm sure everybody knows by now how the end result ended for that. And I just want to say, of course, it was all over my social media page, because like most people, I felt some sort of way about how it happened and certain aspects. And there's some other things that started to develop. But I do want to give my congratulations to Vice President Kamala Harris. She had one heck of a campaign, for what little time she had. She had 100 days, and she did it. I mean, she did her thing, and you couldn't ask for anything more. So I couldn't be more proud of my vice president for everything that she did. So VP Harris, congratulations to you. Hats off to you. Hopefully, you'll be able to find something else within something, that you just won't feel like this is it, and then we don't see you for quite a while, because you are definitely a force in this world, and we need more people out there like you. So VP Harris, thank you so much. I also want to give a shout out to Governor Tim Walz. Tim Walz is a stand-up guy, and you couldn't ask for a better pick that she picked. I mean, he is like a big old teddy bear. He's very lovable. And if for those of you who couldn't even find the time to love Tim, then shame on you. Again, he did everything he could to help her win the nomination and win the election. Proud of him as well. So shout out to him and his family. And of course, he did return to his post being governor of Minnesota. I did see that recently as far as that. I also want to give a shout out to my governor here in the state of PA, Governor Josh Shapiro, who also did his best to try to push Kamala Harris over the top. And unfortunately, it just didn't work. And, the sad part about it all is that there were so many battleground states, and all the battleground states were blue. And I don't know if you guys know this, but to add insult to injury, when I got up this morning, I saw our local news here, and also there was another battleground state that flipped over to red, giving now President-elect Trump the votes. It was the state of Nevada, so they have 6 electoral votes. So that was quite a shock and quite disappointing, because Nevada had so much promise, uh, you know, for the whole campaign, and to see that it just didn't work in the favor that it should have. It's just really a shame. It's a shame that uh, people seem to pick rhetoric over love, and I mean, it's really a shame that this is what people chose. Like I said, when we were talking about this before, it didn't matter. We have friends of different parties. We have Democratic friends, we have Republican friends, we have MAGA friends, we have Libertarian friends. But it just really hit, because the reason why that you probably figured that we weren't really on too much this week, other than Tuesday Talks with Bobby D, is because we were just kind of, I guess you can say, dejected. It feels like all the air just kind of got sucked out of you. And, when all the results were coming in, the one state that I always fight for because of my dad was his home state of Virginia. And I'm happy to say that Virginia didn't turn red. They stayed blue. So that made me smile. And I know that he's looking down right now when that result hit, that his home state still made him proud, and it makes me proud because his state didn't turn red. So congratulations to the state of Virginia that remained blue. Hats off to you. The other shock of it, Georgia. I honestly thought that Georgia was going to go into the blue favor. And when it didn't, that just really, really shocked me. Like, it probably shocked a lot of people, because there was a lot of people on both sides of the fence that voted for Kamala Harris. And when they saw all these states, all these battleground states, just not going in the favor that you would think it would have, it was just a shame. It was just terrible. Sitting there reading some of the comments here. I see Danetta's explaining what was in that drink. Kind of reminds me of, you guys remember, of course, the TV show Amen from back in the day. And kind of reminds me of that episode when Reuben Gregory was eating the duck that Thelma had cooked, and Ernie Fry had poured all that wine or cooking wine into the duck, and and Reverend Gregory, who said he was a teetotaler, he doesn't drink. Well, and it surely affected him. And one of the funniest lines there was, "What was in that duck?" So, yeah, that's kind of the way that I felt when that happened. It just really just sucked the life and energy out of all of us. So, hey, there she is. Good morning to you, Bobby D.
Good morning.
Having a nice conversation there about the election.
Oh,
yeah, just kind of rambled on, and people were kind of
Yes. Well, Well, first of all, I guess I will say good morning.
Yes.
Please forgive me.
And I didn't explain what was going on, but if you'd like to,
Yes.
you definitely can.
Well, my there's some back and forth going on in the family, but unfortunately, Mom is not feeling too well today, so we're just trying to figure out what's going on, and that's what's been going on. So I was on the phone with my dad, and we're just trying to see what's going on. So Mom is currently in the ER for now, but she's okay. She's alert and awake and all of that. Hungry, I'm sure, but just felt nauseated. So they just wanted to take a precaution and make sure that she was okay. So
that's good to hear, because I was waiting to hear what the result, what was going on. So didn't explain anything to our audience. I was just more or less just waiting. So I just kind of rambled on about everything, and they probably got tired of hearing me talk. They were probably just sitting there, where's Bobby? So right away I wanted to explain that there's some things going on. You will be here. You're here. It's not like you went to the grocery store. So
I should probably go to the grocery store later, though.
Yeah, it's probably not a bad idea. I guess we'll both go.
Yes, that's the truth.
So you got a lot of people here right now.
Well, that's good. Good morning, everybody. Thank you.
Yeah, Danetta's here. Zelma's here. Summer Ray is here. Miss Hale is here. Good morning to you all.
Good morning.
And let's see. Yeah, Danetta says that election I have no words. Zelma says, yeah, that sucked. Miss Hale says, hello, Sam. Seeing Bobby D in chat. So sad. We have 4 more years with a felon.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got that right. And everybody's saying prayers for Mom.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Miss Hale says, hope your mom starts feeling better, Bobby. Prayers up.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was kind of unexpected because I was asking Bobby, should we just kind of delay the show, postpone the show? But she said no. So, plus Dad said no.
Yes.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You said go about your day. And
I do have the phone just in case.
Yeah, it's not a bad idea.
So yes. So please forgive me if I have to sneak off again.
Well, I think everybody would understand that.
Yes, I'm sure you do. So thank you so much.
Yeah.
Though for being here, we certainly do appreciate all of you. As Sam C said, the actually it was actually interesting. So I don't know if Sam C told you that the night before the election, we bought tickets a few months ago.
I didn't get into that yet.
Oh, okay.
But no, you can definitely get into that now, because I just kind of went. I did the magazine and talked about the YouTube channel contest, and I went straight into the election.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I'll get back to that too, but
but we had tickets to City Winery to see Jonathan Butler, and those of you who came up in the 80s and 90s, should hopefully know, or who were around in the 80s and 90s and still today. He's still doing his thing. You should know who Jonathan Butler is. He is South African, grew up in apartheid.
We talked about that too.
He did, yes. And he sang the song Sarah, Sarah, Take Good Care of Me.
Lies.
My favorite, Lies. And that man, I'm telling you, he could scat. It was so funny when I first heard Lies. Sam just kind of laughs at me like, "Oh, Lies is your favorite one?" Yes, and I swear I should have probably been born in the 40s, in the 30s and 40s, when there was scatting and all of that big band music and stuff. Because I don't know, maybe an ancestor is inside, taking over my ears or something, because I love the scat and the big band sound, and I'm very particular about people scatting. And Jonathan Butler, I mean, he go, since you're already on YouTube, whenever don't leave us though. Don't leave us yet. When we're done, type in Jonathan Butler lies and listen to, there's a part towards the end where he's, scatting and carrying on. And it's like, oh, this is good. This kind of reminded of the scatting back in the day. So check that out. So that's why that's my favorite of his. But then next, of course, would be Sarah, which is
my favorite.
Sam's favorite. Mm-hmm. So either way, it's not a bad thing.
No.
So
that was a great concert, especially his dance stuff. He had that one move that he kept doing.
Well, as everybody gets a little older,
it was weird though. It was
so get the one little leg going, but it was actually a very lovely, very positive.
It was a great concert.
And great vibes. And he said,
he came out over me and started singing.
Yes, he actually sang to say, which was very nice, very sweet. But what was interesting was that he brought up the fact that, when he was growing up in apartheid, mm-hmm. and he said, I was 5 years old when I was put on the stage. My parents didn't work. Neither of his parents worked. He was one of 12. He was molested. And he goes, being on stage is all I know since the age of 5. And he's in his 60s. And he said, I know that the political, now mind you, this is the day before the election. He said, I know how the political, some political turbulence mm-hmm. happening right now. Mm-hmm. He said, but I just want you to know that everything's going to be all right. And then he sang it, he said, I just want to let you know that I didn't create this. It's just a song I like to sing at the end. And he sang everything's going to be all right. And there was not a dry eye in the house.
Mm-mm. There was not.
That's right. So it was absolutely beautiful, absolutely spectacular. His band was great. His wife is in his band. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Oh, they were just hilarious. She's hilarious.
They were hysterical. It was really, really cute.
Because he kept looking at her when she was playing the violin.
Yeah, she plays the violin. He plays the guitar. He plays several instruments. But
and the singer he had too.
Yeah, I wish I would have gotten her name. She was fantastic.
Yeah, like I said, she kind of reminds me of a CC Peniston.
Yeah. She kind of someone else. She kind of looks like CC, like a mixture of CC Peniston and Alicia Keys. Mm-hmm. So it's actually kind of funny. But she had a great voice, beautiful.
They just beat bopping all over the stage.
Yeah, they were all over the place.
Yeah, nice.
And then Wednesday, the day after, the results, there was a show that we went to that was a reschedule from August. Karen White. Now, Karen said, and she actually said this to Sam and I. She said,
we had a chance to meet her after the show.
We had a chance to meet her.
I'm still on cloud nine over that.
Yes. She said that, well, first, she was very happy that we came to take pictures with her, because she said, wait a minute, because I stepped to her, it was like, you're that sister that was sitting right in the front. That was me.
She kept touching your hand.
She kept grabbing my hand the whole show. And she said,
surprised y'all aren't best friends by now.
She said, she goes, I'm so happy that you came. And I was, oh my goodness, thank you. And she said, I was scared. I didn't know I didn't know how people would be after this election. I didn't know if, because I didn't know if people would be angry or people would just not show up or whatever. Mm-hmm. And she said, and then I saw you and you were laughing and joking and having fun and singing everything. And she goes, your energy was just so great. And she was like, she goes, that just calmed me and just made me feel so much better.
For a singer to say that to us or to anybody, I'm like, wow, that just really.
And so then she hugged me, and then she she was talking to Sam and grabbed Sam and said, she goes, I said, well, this is my husband, Sam. And she said,
by the way, Sam was just smiling.
And she said, did you bring her here tonight?
I said, yes, I did.
And I said, yes, I did. And she, oh, thank you so much. She just grabbed him and hugged him. And was let me tell you, Karen White, and it was funny because everybody said, wow, how old is she? Because skin just is beautiful and smooth and just, tight body. And she's just fabulous. And
she had a people suit too.
Yeah, the suit was beautiful.
Yeah.
She just turned 59. She was dancing around on that stage, bopping all around in these platform shoes. She was all over the stage.
And I'm like, she didn't do his monkey flips.
I thought she was going to flip.
She probably could have did those too.
I thought she was going to flip.
She could have did one of those Simone Biles moves.
I thought
that's what I was waiting for her to do.
She sure would, because she was just that fabulous.
Mm-hmm.
And so, she was like, oh, come on, let's take some pictures and all this stuff. So we took some pictures with her, and she was just talking, and I felt bad because, of course, she had a long line of people that wanted to take pictures.
If she didn't have that line, her and her manager would have stood there and talked to us like for the next hour. Because he looked like he loved to talk too. Because they both could have just been. It looked like they both really wanted to talk to us, especially her.
Yeah, she was very sweet, and it's awesome that somebody with her her level of stardom, I guess you could say, was just as down to earth as any one of us. Because there's so many people who, as well, I'll say this: I'm not gonna shout out the name of the artist that okay, so this is gonna sound really mean when I say this. As many of you know, I worked for the 2 gospel radio stations here in town. Only one of them is still around. One of the stations is still around.
Let's make it clear, you were one of the on-air talents.
That is correct. So I was at an event, of course, when the stars come out,
mm-hmm.
and you being a part basically of the genre, you can go, and they'll usually reach out to the station. Oh, so and so is coming, and we're gonna do. I was not the only MC. They allowed all of us who wanted to say something on stage. We could say something.
Okay.
So at the time, this particular star that I was absolutely crazy about. Now, I'm gonna do a little disclaimer. I'm not talking about Fred Hammond, because I still love Fred Hammond. Love him to pieces. He's my favorite male gospel singer of all time. He's the tops for me. But it was not him. Okay, but he was at this show. There was a group of stars that were up there on that level, and this one particular artist was there. I did not meet that artist, but one of my coworkers did, and went up to them and I'm a fan of your music. This person just brought out at the time a Christmas album that I was enthralled with. I rocked that album all over all of my shows. Tried to figure out ways that I could play him even during the rest of the year, not just Christmas time. I was trying to figure out, okay, well, if you don't really, this could really go either way, really. It's not necessarily. So I loved this particular star. My coworker met this person, and the star said to my coworker, said to her, oh, well, what organization are you from? And my coworker, she said, oh, we're from WGBN radio, blah, 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 this and the other. Okay. And so the star said, oh, you're local. And my coworker, she said, yes, I am. And I would really love to have you on my show and this and that. And this star then says, I don't talk to local DJs. Sorry. And walked away. My coworker was crushed. She just felt so bad. And she just had to, had to let it out. I get it. Had to talk to somebody. So she told me.
Yeah, and if it wasn't for your fans.
Exactly.
You'd be nothing.
You'd be nothing. Because there'd be nobody listening to your music.
Right.
So like I said, I felt like I was there after my coworker told me about it. I felt so bad. So I decided that I would not play this person's music ever again. And I haven't.
And neither have I.
And neither of you. Yes, you haven't put it on any of this person's music on my playlist at all. At all. Since once I heard that from my coworker, and then from that point on until I left that radio station, and then when Sam C and I started again working with Blog Talk Radio, no thank you, because that attitude is nasty and it's terrible. Now, mind you, my little protest against this person sadly doesn't mean it means something to me, but sadly, in the grand scheme of things, this person is still hosting
on TV,
right? Hosting different things and whatnot. They're still doing commercials and promos and all kinds of stuff. But yeah, I thought that it was very nasty,
snooty,
and very non-Christian-like, non-professional and non-Christian, which is what you are supposedly pushing out there. So I prefer not to. And this person sang one of my favorite Christmas songs in their particular way. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I love this. And
they sing with one of our other favorite artists.
That is correct. So that person, but of course I won't
name who it is.
I won't name who it is because I don't want to.
Well,
honestly, I don't really respect that person, obviously. But out of respect for our own show.
That and anybody who may like this artist.
Right. And out of respect for you who may actually.
Because if we told you, there'd probably be a lot of people probably wouldn't.
You probably
would be like boycotting.
Mm-hmm. And you probably wouldn't believe it. But yeah, unfortunately, that was a thing that happened. Oh boy, I see this.
Trying to see, I missed it. Hey, good morning, Alicia. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, good morning.
Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're glad to see you here today.
Yes.
And I'm just kind of scrolling through. Okay, so more or less everybody was just kind of going off of what we said about Karen White and the different types of music here.
Oh, yes.
Let's see. Yeah, Zelma, 59. Yeah, that's
59.
Yeah, that's her. That's her. Oh, she is.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Karen White. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
59, bopping around, dancing on these platform heels. She was all over the place. And we were talking to a friend of ours who's a concierge down there.
Oh, we love her.
And she and I both said, the concierge and I, we didn't know that we were the same age. And we're quite a bit younger than Karen. I said,
doesn't, but she doesn't look it though.
No.
Yeah,
and I said,
wow.
I said, well, I'm tired because I've been with the kids all day. And I said, I'm a bit younger than Karen, and I can't jump around. And I said, besides, I'm afraid break my neck on those platform heels, trying to be cute, even just trying to walk in those heels.
True.
Splat, just right on the floor.
Yeah, I see Miss Hill was talking about not talking to local DJs. Yeah, wasn't that something?
Very sad.
Then Danetta says, sad. I don't blame you because I don't like that either. Humble yourself. Mm-hmm. Danetta said, when I see her, I cringe now. So sad because she can sing. A waste.
Yes, I did. Actually, I did tell Danetta.
Oh, Danetta knows who
Danetta
it is.
knows who it is. That is correct. Yes, she does know. Yes.
And Miss Hill wants to know who it is too. All right, Miss Hill. So we got a question for you. Well, actually, it's not just a question. It's not really a question, but this is just to anybody who may be new to the game here. If you guys want to follow us on social media, a lot of you, I'm sure, have Facebook. You know, you can follow the CCI radio show on Facebook. You can also follow Pandemic Press Media and Pandemic Press Publishing on Facebook as well. If you guys have Instagram accounts, you can follow, same thing I just said, CCI Radio Show, Pandemic Press Publishing, Pandemic Press Media. If someone wants to find us, are you allowing them to do that?
Yeah, sure. You mean send a private message?
Like a friend request?
Sure.
Like if somebody wants to follow us on Instagram or Facebook or something?
Sure, absolutely. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay, so for those of you, if you're so inclined, if you just want to keep tabs on us, other than the places that I just mentioned, because you're just curious what we do day to day, that's perfectly fine. If you go to Facebook, you can.
Oh, okay. Miss Hill says she doesn't have Facebook, but she'll follow on Instagram.
Okay, that's perfect. Cool. So we might have a new friend momentarily, so that's cool.
Perfect. Yeah, so I'll once you connect with us there, I'll send you a private message and tell you who it is.
Yeah.
You'll be very, very shocked. I'll tell you that. You'll be very, very shocked.
So if you, other than the Instagram accounts that I mentioned, I'm Sam C. Smooth on Instagram, and you are, I think, Angel of the Airwaves.
Am I Angel of the Airwaves?
And then you didn't change the like.
I unfortunately was hacked.
Yeah.
There I go. There I go. There I go. There I go. Okay. What am I?
Yeah, I only said that in case everybody is kind of curious as to what we do on a regular basis. Like they might see me cleaning the house, or they might. No, I'm just joking.
Yeah, you're right. I'm Angel of the Airwaves and the digit 1.
All right. Yeah. My stomach's all ground. So I was wondering what that noise was. They know it was me.
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I know it was me. You're like Shaggy, wasn't me. So I already talked about the election results. I already talked about the magazine. I already talked about the YouTube subscribers. Hey, but guys, we don't want to lose subscribers. We want to gain subscribers.
Yes, we want to make apparently we lost one. Right?
Yeah, isn't that rude?
That's very rude. Yeah. Actually, if you want to grab up top there, you see right there where it says selfie stick, the thing next to it, the little bag next to it. We could tease a bit. We could tease the ladies a little bit.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Excuse my ignorance for a second.
There we go. Oops.
Well, okay.
Okay.
I think there's something else that fell.
Yeah, I think there was something else that fell down. Sorry about that.
Excuse me, ladies.
That's
something else.
I think that was just the one.
Just these two.
Oh, okay, perfect.
Okay. So, excuse me. All right, so I'm back.
He's back. Sorry, didn't mean to
that's okay.
Knock you off your square like that.
So yeah, the reason why we were saying that because if you get us some more YouTube subscribers, this is going to put you in a contest for Christmas, and everybody likes Christmas gifts. I know you guys do. I like Christmas gifts. You know, like, hey, who doesn't like a Christmas gift? Whether it be a gift card or a stick of butter. I mean, something. I mean, Merry Christmas.
Well, I don't want to stick. Well, I guess when I'm making the cookies, I'll take a stick of butter.
Merry Christmas. So we do have some nice little prizes. And of course, we could have some other things that you guys don't know about.
That's true. Actually, these are just a few little teasers here.
Sure, you want to show them? Yeah, why not?
Oh,
They're teasers. Why not?
Not this one. This one's spooky. This is a spooky looking one. Okay. So we've got.
Not a lot of the spooky ones get in there. Come out first.
Well, it's because Halloween is over. Okay. They still want their time.
I can't use this. That's a double. Okay.
Okay, so I went on a
shopping spree.
A serious shopping spree. And there are a couple of really nice items. These are earrings. This says
something just popped up there.
I love Africa on this one. So that would be, and this wouldn't be the only.
Those are nice.
Yes, nice wooden thing, and actually not.
They match your shirt.
They do, and they're not heavy. You know, I don't like heavy earrings. Back in the day, back in my college years and stuff, I used to work.
It's almost like I want to know too. We'll tell you. We'll tell you, Zelma.
I'll send you a message right now.
She said in my pout voice.
I'll send you it right now. I used to work for the Piercing Pagoda company, and it was a side, whatever you want to call it, called Plum Gold. And it was the same, all of those little in the middle of the store things are the same,
Bobby would throw a javelin out you and pierce your ears.
No.
Then you told me stand up in the corner and you just didn't notice it.
No,
that wasn't you, that was somebody else.
That wasn't me. So what I learned back then is that how much and actually they're also not all that great for your ears, really.
Right.
The you want to keep an eye on the weight of your earrings, because you don't want the hole or holes in your earrings. You don't want your earrings weighing down the holes in your ears. You just want to be careful. Let me see. All right, Zelma, I'm sending you a message on Facebook Messenger right now.
And while she's doing that, we do want to give our condolences to two people who passed away recently. Number one, the iconic Quincy Jones passed away. That hit many of us very, very hard with some of the songs, especially our wedding song, which was part of Quincy Jones's ensemble, 100 Ways. Also the late James
Quincy.
Yeah, also the late James Ingram, who collaborated. I should say who Quincy was collaborating with on that song. So our hearts and prayers and
thank you, Dana.
Yeah. So our hearts and prayers go out to Quincy Jones' family, and he'll definitely be missed. There's been all kinds of tributes. Speaking of tributes,
what is happening outside?
And somebody was coming down.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I thought that we should do a tribute to Quincy Jones. So actually tomorrow.
Yeah. Thank you, Zelma. You're exactly that. Yep. A mess. From head to toe.
So she knows why. Okay.
A hot mess.
Yeah.
From head to toe.
Yeah. So we figured we'd start off with a 2-part tribute for tomorrow and then the next Sunday. So we're going to do the Back to the 90s podcast tomorrow and then the Back to the 80s podcast the week after that. I'll get to that shortly. We will have Bobby continue to show the gifts there. So these are some of the gifts that you...
this wouldn't be the only thing that would come. It wouldn't be just...
Some of.
It wouldn't just be just one.
No. but these are some of the ideal gifts that you will get,
along with other things.
Yeah, along with other things. But
Yes.
that's why it pays to be a subscriber to our channel. I know that we don't have a lot, but we try to give a lot. I mean, we try to give a lot of
We
ourselves.
don't have a lot of what?
Well, a lot of subscribers.
Oh,
but we try to give a lot of ourselves and make you guys feel welcome, have a great time every week, and that's what we do. You know, that's what our show is about. Oh yeah. So back to what I was saying. So yeah. So tomorrow we'll do the Back to the 90s podcast. We're going to start with the part 1 tribute for Quincy Jones. And then next Sunday will be part 2 of the tribute to Quincy Jones. So
sounds good.
Quite an iconic person that we lost. And that's not the only person that we lost. I just found out, I didn't know that this person passed away this past Wednesday. We also lost one of the great actors, Tony Todd.
Yes, we just found this out this morning. Right?
Yeah.
It was this morning when we found out.
Candyman, Final Destination.
Yes, he was great in Final Destination.
Yeah, he was.
Weren't we just talking about the Final Destination?
He's a freaking Final Destination.
No, I would just say that he just knew what he was talking about.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's the way I would put it.
Yeah, so Tony Todd, another icon that we lost.
Did I see Candyman?
You told me about it.
I told you.
You told me about it.
You see how I don't remember nothing? Please forgive me.
You told me.
I don't remember nothing. I don't know.
Hey, I wasn't looking for Candyman. You look for Candyman.
And I saw this movie.
That's what you told me.
Okay, good.
Yeah, you told me you saw Candyman.
Oh, okay. I might not have been. All we have to do now is take. We're a little slap happy right now.
Wait, take these lives
and make them true somehow.
Got 4 years to do it.
Yeah.
Actually, we got 2 years to do it.
Yeah, that's the truth.
That's another thing. Yeah.
I saw it.
You saw. That's what you told me. Yeah. Oh, we're still stuck on Candyman. Yeah.
I was just curious.
Yeah.
Okay.
You told me that you were all raving about Candyman. Candyman. I'm like,
really?
First I thought you were saying Candyland. You're like, no, Candyman, the movie. I thought you meant Candyland, the game.
Oh, okay. Maybe I meant. I was like,
if it's Candyland, the game, I can tell you anything. I was a beast in that, but I wasn't really into Candyman.
Maybe we should decorate our car for Candyland next year.
Yeah, maybe for trunk or treat.
Trunk or treat, if it's still going. Anyway.
Yeah, right.
I was just about to say something about that. Yeah, Tony Todd. He was
69.
69.
Mm-hmm.
69.
Yeah, he wasn't really old.
No, he wasn't. It wasn't.
Yeah, he was quite a force too. I just love his deep, dark voice.
And he looked very tall.
Menacing.
Tall and menacing. Let me see if I can. Let me see if I can. Well, Alexa, how tall was Tony Todd?
Tony Todd is 6 feet 5 inches tall.
Thank you.
Okay.
Well, so very welcome.
Yeah.
So he looked it.
She even said, "Have a nice Saturday." How about that?
Yeah.
That was nice.
Suki to you too.
Yeah, that was nice.
It was lovely.
Yeah. Yeah, Tony Todd, man.
Tony Todd.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry that we lost both of those great icons this past week.
Yes.
So,
but
yeah, if for those of you who may have Sirius XM radio, the channel called The Groove, every so often, probably about every couple hours, maybe every hour and a half, they would actually have like a little promo about Quincy Jones passing away and about so many collaborations that he did. And so they were just throwing in this one, they would have like a sort of like a DJ show for like a half an hour, and they would just kind of throw different Quincy Jones songs on, mixing and scratching and stuff. You know how it is.
Yeah, but
with those DJ Woody.
Yeah, DJ Woody.
Could be kin to the family.
It could, but probably not.
Yeah, man. Yeah, Danetta said, I watched Candyman for the first time this year. Laugh out loud. Were you scared?
I almost feel like I didn't exactly watch it. I don't remember it.
Maybe we'll have to maybe I'll jog your memory and I'll find it and play it.
How many movies? How many Candyman movies?
They had two.
Two. Okay. Maybe. I don't remember.
You sure remember all the Final Destinations? Yeah. Yeah, you sure don't miss a beat with all of them. Yeah.
They're sick.
Oh, she said I wasn't, surprisingly. She laughed. This must be a laughable horror movie.
Yes, okay. Like there's a few of them that are.
So basically what she's saying is I'm not going to choke on my popcorn if I, if we watch it. Okay. Zelma says if you ever see it with all them bees, you don't forget.
Maybe I didn't actually. Maybe I didn't say it. I don't remember the bees.
Nah, we'll have to set that up for you somehow.
I don't remember the bees.
Make you remember it. Make you remember.
I don't know. I apologize. I've never really had that great of a memory.
Now, Danetta says she's scared of Final Destination. Come on now. There's no reason to be scared of Final Destination. It's not that bad. Well,
you sure?
Actually, it is.
It's pretty bad. It's pretty rough. It's pretty real.
Pretty gruesome.
No, I'm terrified of bees. I get that. I get that.
That's funny.
I'm not a fan of birds either. Birds.
We talked about the birds.
Yeah, the birds. The birds are weird.
The birds and the bees.
And the flowers and the trees.
We got plenty of those. And I see the leaves keep falling off the tree. Now we're past peak, right?
Oh boy, yes. You can tell.
I see orange. Was that orange or orange?
Rust.
Rust. Okay, yeah.
But yes. So, but now don't blame me for being terrified of bees. I think Zelma might be right. Maybe I didn't see it because I don't remember anything about the bees. I remember about. Yeah, I have a feeling I would remember that because there was the. What is that? What is that movie? The one where that man didn't like, he didn't like bugs. And he kept himself, and it was like all these different vignettes of the movie. And it was an old man, and he was like, I hate bugs. And he had a spray thing. And remember at the end.
Amazing Stories or something?
No. It was like a.
It wasn't a.
It was like a Twilight. It wasn't Twilight Zone, the movie, but it was something like that, where it was like, it was one of the major whatevers from back in the day. But the movie, they did a movie
about it.
And the movie came out in like the 80s or something. And it was this old man, and he was like this, and the old man, but we know him too. I can't call his name. Anyway, he was a wacky looking scientist kind of a guy, but he was also a landlord.
I know what you're talking about.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. And he was in his apartment, and his apartment was like extremely disinfected kind of a thing. And for some reason, and I think they tried to say that this apartment that he was in New York. And I think he was on the top level. And this building had nothing but roaches. So I think it was supposed to be New York. And he owned this building, and he was like this tyrant, and he got mad every time that people didn't give their rent or whatever. So he wouldn't really necessarily allow people into his apartment.
Sadly, I remember this. I just don't know what.
But remember the gross thing that happened at the end? Like he kept spraying, and he was attacking the roaches that came in. So he would like keep killing them and smashing them and all this stuff. And then at the end, the roaches retaliate. I'll just say it like that.
The roaches retaliate.
The roaches retaliate. What is that movie? Now that's gonna drive me crazy.
We'll figure it out.
It might have been in that same movie that, remember Ted Danson and Leslie Nielsen, like Ted Danson.
Creep Show.
That's it. Thank you.
Said Ted,
that's
when
it.
You said Ted Danson, I'm like Creep Show. Yes.
Creep Show. Let me look. I'm gonna look.
He was. Yeah, he was
you
messing
remember?
with computers and stuff.
Yes, but he was like a.
He was like a
computer
nerd.
No, he wasn't a janitor. He was the owner of the building.
I remember all those.
And
bugs.
The building.
Yeah.
And the building had roaches.
I remember that.
And he kept spraying the roaches, but the roaches,
they kept
multiplying.
Danetta says, Sam, admit it. Whenever you drive behind a truck with the big logs in the back, you move to the other lane. Yeah, you're right.
Got that right?
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I do. I'm like, excuse me. Like, anybody over in this lane? Yep. Okay, boom. And
that's it.
Miss Hell's agreeing with Danetta about she can finish the series. And Netta's going back with Miss Hell. And Zelma says, you say that till you the star of the show in Final Destination.
Yeah, right.
I don't want to be the star.
I don't want to be the star of that show. That's the truth.
Then Danetta said, roaches.
Roaches, get out of the house. Okay. No, that's not him.
Oh.
This is, okay, so this is Creep Show.
Creep Show.
I think this was that him?
Hey, I know him.
Was that him?
Yeah. You know him.
Was he the one that was playing the crazy?
You know E.G. You know him. You know that guy.
Was he? Yep, that's him. Yep. That's it right there.
You know exactly who he is.
E.G. Marshall is the actor I was talking about.
You may know E.G. Marshall from two other places. You know him from the episode of The Cosby Show when he was with was the other.
Wait, he was playing somebody's dad.
Yes.
Red Buttons.
Right? Red Buttons. Red Buttons' friend.
Red Buttons. Friend of me.
And for all of you Superman fans, I think he was. Yeah. He was in Superman too. He was the second Superman. He was the guy claiming to be the president. Remember, you were not the president.
Right. Oh, that's right. That's right. Because
so you are not the president, like because
he said, "I know you're not the president because a man who's in something like because a man who's in charge wouldn't
so many things.
Right. A man that's in charge of so many people
wouldn't step that quickly.
Wouldn't
mention it that quickly or something.
Wouldn't concede so quickly or wouldn't bow down so quickly. That's what it was. So he was the one that was pretending to be the president. Mm-hmm. And then the other man stepped up and said, oh, okay. Like,
no, you're looking for me. I'm the
president. I'm the president. Okay. Gotcha.
Danetta said, I never saw a Creep Show. And
it's wild. It's wild.
It's a great movie. Wild. And Selma says, that sounds like Tales from the Crypt or Tales from the Hood. Yeah, both.
Yeah, both. Yeah, for real.
Both.
Yeah, it was Creep Show. You really could like the little, the basically what they call them, like vignettes or whatever. The stuff from Creep Show, Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Hood. You could really put them all, in because it's all the same kind of crazy, twisted type of situation. E.G. Marshall. He had a lot of children. This is a
long life.
A lot of children here.
A lot of movies too.
He was 84. Okay.
Yeah, he was a good actor.
And married twice.
Mm-hmm.
And divorced twice. Interesting. Yeah, he okay. So we do. I knew that dude. I knew. Because even this picture here there's 5 kids, 2 wives. Oh yeah. Oh no, they're saying that he was
the president.
Okay, so then the other guy was claiming to be the president,
protecting him,
and then he jumped up.
He probably was the vice president.
Yeah, the vice president probably jumped up. Okay. He was a longtime advocate of government-provided health in the United States.
He died of lung cancer.
And he died, yeah.
Okay.
So it's very interesting that he
advocate for health.
He was an advocate. He was a member of the Committee for National Health Insurance. He was a longtime advocate of government-provided health care in the United States, which is wonderful. Which, unfortunately, sadly, if you are on government assistance for that, you will probably lose it after this coming January. Very sorry. Don't want to be negative. During the 1968 United States presidential campaign, he filmed and narrated a political advertisement endorsing Democratic candidate Herbert Humphrey.
Wow.
That's interesting. And unfortunately, E.G. Marshall died of lung cancer at the age of, that is kind of interesting.
How are you going to be a health advocate for, and I mean, I'm not trying to.
That's kind of.
I mean, how many packs a day do you smoke, man?
That's interesting.
I mean.
Well, however, maybe he didn't
smoke.
Maybe he didn't smoke.
There's secondhand smoke.
Secondhand smoke could kill you as well.
Yeah.
That's what killed Superman. Superman. Christopher Reeves.
Dana Reeves.
Right. That's what killed her. And she never smoked a day in her life, she said.
Yeah.
So it's a possibility. So that's it. But that would be interesting to know. Was he a smoker?
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of contradictory. Well, I'm all about health. I'm just gonna go on ahead and eat this. I'm gonna go on ahead and smoke these cigarettes and
eat this big juicy burger.
Eat this big juicy burger and a pack of donuts. I'm gonna smoke a pack of Newports, and that's all right. But I'm all for government health.
Yeah, here we go.
For you.
Let's get it done. Yes.
Let's get it done. Get her done. Get her done.
Man. Well, I know that, I talked about this earlier in the show. I know everybody is, a lot of people are dejected about how the outcome of the election went. But like I said, this is why we haven't done much on our channel this whole week because it's like, when the air is just deflated, you have no words. I had a lot of mixed emotions, like a lot of different people. But the one thing that I do like a lot of people saying is that you just want to make sure you're checking on everybody because, a lot of people, it's devastating, their health, their mental, you want to check on their mental health just to make sure they're in a great mental state because you don't know exactly, where, this is going to go. But just know that there's a lot of groups out there and a lot of people out there that just flat out saying we're not going to stand for anything less. Yeah. And I'm appreciative of seeing a lot of the support, actually a lot of support that a lot of people are getting. Yeah. As far as that. A
lot of support people are giving, not only getting. So.
Yeah, giving. So, I will say it's not the end of the world, but it may be a little rough or maybe not. It depends on which route you tend to take. But the good news is, and first you're like, is there a silver lining here? And we're like, no. There, because at first, you're just so dejected and upset and mad and everything. But there is a silver lining in all this, and it starts, I guess you can say it probably started right after the results hit. Look forward to 2026 because a lot of people don't know about this, but there's midterm elections that's going to be going on. So if you aren't happy with the way things turned out, then you have a chance once again to probably, make your voices heard. So, I mean, me, like a lot of people, when the results came out, I just figured, why even vote? And that's not something I normally think of. Like I normally don't have that type of mentality. Like, why did I even vote? But because at least you, and like you said, at least you tried. And it just so happens that this just didn't turn out the way that it should have turned out, and I just felt a lot of people. I'm just gonna come out and say it. I just felt a lot of people turned their back on Kamala.
They did,
and they didn't want her. They didn't want her. They weren't ready for her. She had all these great policies, and now, sadly, we won't see them. The first policy that's going to be out there is, let's take care of the border. Let's ship everybody back where they came from. Mass deportation. I mean, it's just, this is what America has come to.
Yeah, that's the sad part. That's the sad part.
Yeah, that's the slickiness of it, huh?
Yeah.
I still don't think those results are right. I honestly don't.
Well,
honestly don't. I know there was something fishy there because none of the battleground states. There's no possible way that all those states could have turned red.
So apparently, they're still counting votes in Arizona.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're actually still counting some. Believe it or not, guys, in the local race here. Of course, you guys wouldn't know that. Well, some of you guys wouldn't know this, but we actually have a local race that was actually called by the AP in favor of one of the Republican candidates for U.S. Senate.
Who doesn't live
in Pennsylvania, right. Now, they called it, and the reason why the AP said they called it is because supposedly the votes that the Democratic candidate has are in regions where the candidate was losing anyway, but I don't think they feel that's the case. So the Democratic campaign of the challenger, of the current person, they're challenging it. So they still have 100,000 votes that they're still looking into. So for someone to actually say this race is over and you still have 100,000 votes that are still unaccounted for, because a lot of them are military, overseas.
That's true.
Absentee. I forgot what the other ones were, but
let me see. Absentee,
military.
Military, overseas, and
there was one more.
Yeah.
But
let me see.
But the bottom line is that there's still 100,000 votes that are still outstanding right now in that local race in our district. I mean, not our district, but our area.
Right.
Our area in the city. So we are not going to proclaim that this person won.
No. Because
we did not want this person to win. This person would be another threat to the U.S. Senate. It seems like that they all stacked the deck in RUC. And like I said, don't get me wrong. Okay. There's Democrat, there's Republican, there's MAGA. Okay. Republican and MAGA are two different sides. And we have seen there are honest to good Republicans out there. But because of what's going on with this MAGA type of Republican deal, it's giving Republicans a bad name.
Right.
And, if I'm quite honestly, if this would just be like a regular, like if this person who cheated their way into the president-elect, if they would have just been a regular Republican and just did their job, I mean, of course, people would have been mad.
Yeah, of course.
But honestly, and we know that, there's, things go up, things go down, like prices go up, prices go down. But if it was just a normal stuff, I don't think anybody would have really, they would have been mad. We would have got over it. A little bit sooner than now.
Absolutely.
But the fact of the matter is, what happened. We saw the statistics, and quite frankly, there were certain areas, like certain races, and was it ethnicities
Mm-hmm.
that screwed Kamala over.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Honestly. And when we saw what that statistic was, part of it wasn't shocking, but part of it was. I mean, one aspect wasn't, and the other aspect was. But to the for the party that won, or congratulations to you. I hope that you realize what you've taken away from not just Democrats, but Republicans who, have some right ideas for the country.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
We're losing. We're losing people.
oh, okay. So, yeah. Well, I knew it was bound to happen.
That's okay. That's all right.
That's all right. Those are people that just probably, just leaving it. They don't want to hear it. Okay. But hey,
well, that's okay. That's
yeah,
all right.
I guess I'll stop. That's fine. She said, I will not. Then I said, I will not speak his name.
Mm-hmm.
And petty. I'm petty. And then Zelma said, how can I get deported?
Selma.
I'll say one more thing about this, and then I'll drop it.
Well, why aren't we allowed to talk about it?
Yeah, that's why the people keep dropping off. Explain to me, and I'm sure Zelma can attest to this because it's her state. I was so happy when Mark Robinson lost. Okay, I'm just going to come out and say that. I was extremely happy when he lost.
Yes.
But how in the world could the state vote for Doofus?
Yeah, exactly.
Now, it's like they won on one aspect, but then on one aspect, you're like, you got the vermin out.
Yes.
But then you put another vermin in.
Right. Right. In a higher position.
Right. Explain that one. But,
it just doesn't. It just.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make sense.
No, it doesn't. This whole thing didn't make sense. But, it's what happened. We just have to live with it. But we don't have to stand for it.
Yes.
Yeah, make it make sense. Yeah.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, when you take a look at the map of the United States after the election, most of the states are all red now.
Yeah.
And that's never happened.
Never happened.
There's only like 4 or maybe 5 or 6 blue states.
Oh, let me look and see what.
And we're no longer one of them.
Yeah. We've been blue for a long time.
Yeah, imagine how dejected us Pennsylvanians were when our state hit red.
And people are saying, "Oh, thank you, Pennsylvania." We're like, well, not our
governor
county.
Our county wasn't. No,
our county did not go red. If you break it down,
yeah,
our county stayed blue,
and so is our governor.
Right. We understood. We understood the assignment.
Mm-hmm.
We understood. The Erie County, Allegheny County, Philadelphia stayed blue.
Yep.
Okay, wait, what was I looking for? Just of the
map of the United States after the election results.
Map of the United States.
Danetta said never.
After.
She said never. Yeah, never. That's the way I feel. Never.
Oh goodness, let's see. So the election results 24. I'm gonna say the presidential. It
didn't matter. When I saw that map, I just was like, okay.
No, it doesn't. Okay, interactive map. Okay, so yeah, almost the whole country is red. Seems a bit
shady.
Even states that have never gone
red, or haven't gone red for a long time.
So now, let me see. Come on, what is this here? I hate when this stuff pops up. Okay, so what is that? Is that something since it won't let me?
Maine. I think Maine's got red and blue.
Okay.
There's a little bit of red in there, mostly blue. There must be a swing state. Or they must have
So
counted.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
So 19 states are blue.
Out of 50.
That's never happened before. They said that's the first time it's happened since Reagan.
It's a bit shady.
Mm-hmm.
And also, if I could...
Well, people liked him.
Sort of.
Yeah.
But if I could just interject this into it. I'm sure you've heard of Project 2025, whether you've researched it yourself or maybe heard it here. And as Sam C said, they said that this hasn't happened since Reagan. They started this project. Now, technically, it wasn't Project 2025 back then, but they started this project back when Reagan got in. So that's been in the works since the 1980s.
Arizona went red.
Here's
No, you don't have to. I'm just telling. I just happen to see it. It's right next to the blue one. Right next to the blue one.
Let's say, yeah. What blue? What blue?
Nevada and Arizona. Nevada is right above. Nevada and Arizona are both red.
Don't you find that a little odd? So the two presidents, of which they wanted. Now, the Project 2025 is a basically a coalition that would work with any GOP presidential candidate. However, something else I found out about yesterday. Let me see what was that called? Remember?
Oh, dang, I should have wrote it down.
Wait, I sent it to some folks. Let me see. The AP.
It's some type of act.
Okay. I thought I sent it to this friend. I guess I didn't. Okay. But I did send it. At least I thought I sent it to. Okay. This thing that's called America First is all about DT. So
the America First policy.
America First policy. So DT, you might have heard, stated now that he's not doing Project 2025, and all of his minions are all Project 2025, blah, blah, blah. But now he wants to do this America First. So they shrunk it to call it AFPI, America First Policy Initiative or something. Something like that. Anyway, so it's AmericaFirstPolicy.com. Read about it. It's sort of like Project 2025, and like for him to get complete power and all these different things, but this is to help his legacy, nobody else's. So Project 2025 could be used for, if Vance if something should happen to him and Vance is then to step up, Project 2025 can help him push the policies and stuff like that. But America First is to help DT with whatever he's trying to do. So,
right.
Hey, my order is out for delivery.
All right.
That's a shame.
All right. Here we
Yay,
go.
some good news.
There we go.
That's actually some having to do with Christmas and presents. More presents for people who are
interested. That help who can help us get to the goal that we're looking forward to getting, 150.
Not just earrings.
Yeah. So we do have some other stuff. I mean, you never know what you're going to get from us.
Yes.
As far as that.
You never know. So,
Zelma said, sorry, not sorry.
yeah, sorry, not sorry. So, good luck with that.
Yeah.
However, I was having a conversation with my dad yesterday, who said that if you have, he believes that if you have an IRA, that you've been building over the years while you've been working, um, because the Republicans do love money, they may not, like that may not be affected, at least not for now, anyway. But that may not be touched. So as long as you have an IRA that is, somewhat secure, I don't know if he necessarily, I mean, I think it's just pretty much any IRA, whether it's traditional or, non-traditional, you will probably be okay. However, all of our other freedoms could be stripped away, but there are coalitions that are out there.
That's what you're saying.
Ready to fight.
Yeah, so stay tuned for that.
And it's not going to be easy for DT, not as easy as he thinks.
Nope.
So just putting that out there.
Yeah. Well, I think we have touched on a lot of different points.
Yes.
And yeah, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. We greatly appreciate you guys. And we're going to try to get some things on our YouTube channel this week. Like I said, it's just been, like everybody else, kind of a draining week. So we are going to attempt to have the audio podcast for you tomorrow for the Back to the 90s podcast. We'll try to get a Tuesday Talks for you this week. We'll try to get a credit tip possibly this week, possibly a Coverage Creations, possibly a cooking fun.
Mm-hmm.
And then Laura willing, next week, right here, the CCI radio show live next Saturday on our YouTube channel. So thank you guys. Bear with us. We're just trying to scheme and trying to plan and trying to figure out what we may or may not be doing this week. So
yes, because people are sad.
Yeah, so it may be
going through a rush of emotions.
Yeah. So maybe we're trying we're trying to at least enlighten you guys. So we'll figure out some way to enlighten you. So even if we don't have all of our stuff on this week, we'll figure out maybe put something on,
Yeah.
just so you have something to either watch or listen to.
That's the truth.
So, see, Danetta said, continue prayers for your mom, Bobby.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, mom would appreciate that. So
yes, she would. Yes, she would. Thank you.
So I guess we should try to see. I guess nobody needs us right now.
Yeah, nobody needs us.
Getting no messages or anything. So we're just kind of on standby.
Yeah, so we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we're on standby, more or less.
Yeah, we'll figure it out and hurry up, go get our stuff taken care of, and just be on standby. So. Yeah,
and Danetta said, great show as always.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys. Thank you. And if you found some more people to help us get to our goal, that's great. We're trying to get to 150. So tell your family, tell your friends to subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. There's no harm in that. Even if they just subscribe and don't watch, at least that way, at least they're subscribed. They make sure they never leave.
Mm-hmm.
But it's fun. Tell them that it's we do a fun show. We do a fun service here, and at least we think we're fun. Evidently, the one person didn't think we were, so that's why they dropped off.
Yeah, so they left, and that's okay.
Yeah, so
that's fine.
So we're at 142. We're looking to get to trying to get back to 143 before we get to 150, because we have to get to 143 before we can get to 150. So
that's true.
I still feel a way about that, but
I don't know who it was.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to figure if I can check statistics somehow.
Yeah, that would be cool if you could, actually.
Yeah, but if I can't, let someone keep pushing and say 150, 150, 150. So
maybe 145.
Nope, 150.
Okay.
Nope, 150 is still the goal, because we were getting close.
Well, maybe 5. If you go by 5s, maybe people could do it.
No, people just don't want to do it. That's what it is. It's not a hard thing. It's not hard. Because if the shoe was on the other foot and if to somebody else's show and we were sitting there, what if we were on ones that dropped off?
That's a good point.
And they'd be, oh, somebody dropped off my show. Well, I'm not going to gripe and complain. I'm just saying I just find it odd and weird that somebody dropped off because they just didn't like either what we said or just didn't like us. So it happens.
It's okay.
We're going to keep doing our show anyway, even if whoever doesn't like us doesn't.
That's true.
They found us offensive somehow.
Well, they may not agree with our political views.
So what?
Even though we don't talk about it a lot, but
no,
that's okay. That's all right.
Mm-hmm. And Janetta said, "Let me manhandle some folks at work today." Now, don't go manhandling. See, that's your problem. Don't go manhandling people.
Maybe she should.
No, don't do that. Be nice and kind and sweet, and just say, "You better subscribe." No, just here. But no, don't do that.
Did you talk about
my new do-rag?
Your new do-rag?
No, I didn't. No, I never mentioned it.
You could talk about it on your next coverage critique.
Okay. Yeah, I do like it though, so thank you for giving it to me.
You're welcome.
I'll be the next thing.
That'll be the next thing. Yes.
Among
maybe
others.
we could record one now since the one thing is out for delivery.
Yeah, we'll see. See how much noise is around. Heard some noise.
Yes.
But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in. Greatly appreciate you. And anything else?
No, that's it. Thank you all so much for the prayers for my mom. I truly, truly appreciate it. Please forgive my ignorance at the beginning of the show. But we did still want to come to you and, let you know everything's going to be all right. As Jonathan sang earlier this week.
Exactly.
It's gonna be all right. So just keep that in mind and join a coalition in your town or somewhere in your community. There are so many people out there right now who are just like you, who are sad, upset, broken. I've had coworkers calling me crying, and it's very upsetting. And so now they don't want to hear anything. I don't want to hear nothing negative. Like, oh, okay, I'll just keep what I find out to myself.
Yeah.
But don't bury your head in the sand. Unfortunately, we're going to have to hear about the negative stuff because we need to know how to counteract it and how to react to it. So please don't bury your head in the sand. Mm-hmm. As one of the content creators we were watching said, go ahead, take today. Like when we were watching them on Wednesday, take today, Thursday, Friday, take the weekend, but Monday, we're coming back.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back. We're getting it together. So make sure you get yourself together. Take the weekend. Like I said, it's fine. It's good. It's fine. No problems.
And thank you, Zelma.
Relax.
We appreciate you too, Zelma.
That's right. So yeah, we do appreciate you too, Zelma.
But please, play "All Right" by Shantae Moore.
That's right.
"All Right" by Shantae Moore.
That's right. That's it. And Monday we're gonna get back on our. Sam kind of laughed at me because Rita Brent, she's a LGBTQIA plus comedian,
actress and singer.
But I know her as a comedian, and she's so funny. Follow her if you can. See if you're following us. Follow Rita Brent here on YouTube. She's fantastic. Mm-hmm. She did, and I think I've sent it to some of you that are on here. Songs about Kamala and all that stuff. She did one back in 2020. She did one this year. And so in the remix, Sam loves the remix. She says, get on your left, right, making strides to revitalize. Now get in line. So that's something that I've been letting roll around in my head.
Yeah.
Got to get on our left, right.
Yeah.
Make strides to revitalize.
Yep.
So we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. We got it. We got this. We got this, right?
Yep.
We got this. So, with that being said, thank you all so much. You don't have anything else?
Nope. I think I didn't say everything.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being here for us.
And supporting us.
We truly, truly, truly love and appreciate you. Yesterday's history, tomorrow's a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. Thank you so much for joining us today, and we will see you again really, really soon.